I'm winning now. You know what they say, 2 L's, a W. Go ahead, yay.
Okay, so if you can introduce yourself.
Bitch, please.
Y'all know who the fuck I am.
Hello and welcome back to another episode on OhSoCallin with your girl Deanna Chanel. So today I'm about to get into like my Facetime kind of calls where you kind of just drop the phone or put me on the speaker somewhere and you go about your business. I know you got some stuff to do anyway. You know, I ain't trying to get up in your business, but I'm trying to get into more like that because I want to get better, for one, with my speech. And I'm challenging myself because I spend so much time on CapCut, like editing and stuff. So I need to get better with stopping with the filler words, the lights, the buts. I find myself still doing it, but I just need to slow down and take my time. So this is just me working with that. But I'm only allowing myself 5 CapCut like cuts, so we're really gonna have to work with this. But this is gonna be a kind of a lengthy video. But this is just gonna be me just running through my life and kind of. I haven't been on TikTok. I literally haven't been on TikTok, and I kind of haven't. I've been wondering what it is. I was like, am I losing motivation? It's not really that I'm losing motivation. Like, life is really great for me. I think it's just I'm at peace for the first time in my life. And I'm learning how to kind of just be by myself. Like, I've never been able to be. I've never had the opportunity. Shoot, I've never been by myself, if you want me to be honest. So it's just like, kind of adjusting that's really taking a lot out of me, and adjusting to I've just been really in my head with like my trauma and stuff, and for a while talking about my mother, it was too painful for me. I really couldn't talk about her without like crying, but now it's concerning to me, but I'm in a place of like, I just don't care anymore, whether we fix things, and feelings change. So that's just where I am today as of, what is today? April 8th? Yeah, April 8th. But there was a point in time where I used to cry every day. And, you know, regardless if that's my mother, that just sounds stupid to me. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of like the connection, the person, I'm not about to be crying every day over anyone. If that was a man, people would be like, girl, get yourself together. So it's just like, it's no different to me. So, but I used to like, I'm one of those people, love is not enough for me. If you don't treat me right, if you don't make me feel good in my everyday, I'm not dealing with that shit. So I just had to go. But it is what it is. But I'm kind of at the point where, only because I know my mother, I think I've just come to cope with the fact, or preparing myself to cope with the fact that maybe we just won't ever speak again. But, I mean, whatever. And I know I say that like it's just nothing, but sometimes to me, if people are willing to just wash their hands with the relationship like that easy, then I don't know why I'm going as hard too. Can I make this lighter? I want to get more glowy. There we go. Oh yeah. But yeah, it's just like, and I don't know if that's like my ego and my pride. I'm writing that down. I got my pen and notepad down here, but I don't know if that's like ego and pride kind of getting to me or whatever. But it's just, I think that you know that saying, if you don't have nothing nice to say, if you don't have anything nice to say, then you shouldn't say anything at all. It's not that I don't have anything nice to say, but my mother, like, I felt like she was just real disrespectful the last time that we spoke. I just don't have anything nice to say anymore. I just give up for right now. And I don't know. Right now, I've been like really in my Bible, and I've been like really trying to comprehend it. I've been having to do one of those numbers where I read, and then I also like pull up Google and see what the translation is, because I've always been intimidated by books, period, because I was just always like one of those kids that while I was always in some type of gifted program, a reading comprehension, that I just sucked at that. I don't even know, but I've been trying to get more diligent in my Bible because I'm trying to be an even better person. Everybody likes to, I don't know, I'm one of those, I ain't gonna talk about nobody, but me, I like to look for ways to better myself all the time. There's always a way to be a better Deanna and reflect myself in a better manner. So, of course, I'm about to seek out more ways to do that. So, I don't know. I've been trying to really be in my Bible and, like, stop saying, I don't know. I say I don't know a lot. I don't know, but I've been trying to be in my Bible more to get like more understanding with my relationships because I do not want to give up on my mother. There's a few people I don't want to give up on. Like that guy that I told y'all that I was like really in love with or whatever, and I still am. That shit like that just don't change. Like this is like the first guy that I've like really cared for like a lot since my ex, so I'm really going through a transition right now. And then I'm going through like one of those things to where I see life kind of differently when it comes to like just life, love, marriages. I become one of those people like marriage. I don't know what's going on, but I become one of those people where I have the expo marker in my bathroom and I be writing on my mirror when I be thinking about stuff because honestly, I be dancing and stuff in the mirror and I be coming up with good ideas, so I'll jot it down on the mirror. I don't care. When I look good and I feel good, that's when I come up with good stuff. I mean, if I don't love myself, why would I expect anybody else to? So it's not conceitedness, it's self-love. And I didn't have that for a long time. Oh, this is what I wrote on the board. Oh, like, okay, with love, like, with this guy, I be having a really hard time because, I don't know. In my old relationship, like with Chevy, I've talked about Chevy before in a video. I feel like probably 2 videos or something like that. But Chevy is the guy I was with for like 7 years. And that was like my first love for real. But that was like my most immature love. And I think like most of the time it'd be easy for people to get like stuck on the first love because it is the first, it's the build up. You know the chugga, the beginning of matrimony. It's like that build up. Like that's your first feeling, and it's just like it's like dopamine to your system. Adrenaline. There we go. That's the drug I wanted to talk about. Adrenaline is the feeling of wow, like I've never felt this before, and then you just get attached to the person or whatever. But that's really all that my ex was. But I don't know, right now, I'm kind of like, I ain't gonna say I ain't never been hooked on nobody like this before. No, I don't know. I doubt it. I don't think so. I don't know. The only reason why I look at it differently, and I know that's about to be one of my cuts. Damn, I done messed up. That's about to be one of my cuts. But the only reason why I'm looking at this one differently is because when you read the Bible, you know how the Bible be saying love is patient. I look at just relationships just so much differently now because like before and after looking at TikTok videos, you just see how people just try so hard to control their partner, but your partner is not yours to control. All you can do is control yourself or whatever. But it's just like I feel like sometimes when we get into relationships with people, especially women, like we forget the fact that we miss the simple fact that your partner is going to hurt you. There's still a person that doesn't know you at the end and the beginning of the day. But this person don't know you. It's just like you're deciding if this is the person that you want to teach how to love you for the rest of your life. You don't know your person. You're getting to know them for forever, honestly, because your person is still getting to know themselves. So it's like every day it's a conscious decision to decide if you want to be with that person. And that's why it's just like I don't know. A lot of people are not going to agree with me on this. And it's just, this is my opinion. Just because I feel this way doesn't mean you got to feel that way. Of course, you can operate on your own shit. I mean, if that works for you, you go ahead, you do that. But it's just, I'm just trying to be open, because I don't think, like, I think people be trying to control people way too much. If I feel like, you know how women be like, oh, men don't change. If he was a cheater and doing this, that, and the third with the last girl, he gonna do that with you. I don't always and necessarily believe that, because sometimes women do get a different outcome out of different men. And I'll say that I got a different guy out of my ex. I mean, of course, he did do a lot of stuff very similar, but hey, I tell you, did nobody have my ex like I had him? But that was just our relationship. Sometimes people unlock a little different something into people, and that's okay. I am not like the next bitch, and not to call her a bitch, but you would call me a bitch and be like, oh, that bitch ain't no different. Yeah, I actually am. I'm smart. I'm beautiful. Like, regardless of if I'm doing wrong, I know right. I'm not delusional to the fact. I'm honest. Like, I'm funny. I'm sarcastic. Like, I have a bunch of traits that most people don't have. I'm not about to sit here and act like I'm like the next bitch, because I'm not. And so, it might be, oh, pick me. But I never really understood that bullshit, because it's just like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You want to be picked. That is honestly the whole point of this shit. You want to be picked by a man. So shut up. And I don't get that, and I don't get into them antics, because you can look at the proof in the pudding, bitch. You know damn well I would be picked. So I don't like shit like that. And I'm not saying that to be boastful or anything. That is just strictly confidence. I know I'm a man's type. I'm not delusional to the fact. Men are not easy. Men are not hard to get. So let's just get the fuck up out of here with that. And if it is hard for you, then, I mean, whatever. But it's not hard for me to get a man at all. But getting something worth something, that's a different story. Like, let's just be clear on that. That's why you'll never find me being boastful about getting niggas, because I get niggas. Like, it's an everyday occurrence. It's not that hard. Like, they shoot messages out the inbox like it's nothing. So it's just like whatever to me. That's why it's like, in the age of social media, people get so caught up on the, oh, he liking this picture and he doing this. Look, I'm going to be so for real with you. And this might not be for everybody. What works for you works for you. But what works for me works for me. I don't give a fuck what you doing. The day that you say we together, because I'm one of those, I now believe into single until married. I've honestly become one of those. When you say I do, all that shit needs to stop. I'm not playing none of that shit, especially in this day and age where women, they're so lighthearted, and in the age of social media, they think that like that you done liked, they think, oh yeah, you want me, come get me. And that's why I had to tell my dude, I'm like, stop. Like, you always in bitches, I had to break it down for him. You always in women's like comments and stuff, or likes or stuff. That is the idea of it. It's not even really that I'm insecure about it. I get the whole idea of social media. You supposed to like shit. Why the fuck would you post it if you didn't want somebody to like the shit? No, you don't need to message me and tell me that my nigga liked it. I thought that you wanted people to like it. But anyway, that's the whole embarrassment behind it. People can't see past, oh, come get me. Them be the real pick-me's. Oh, he liked my stuff. Girl, that's the whole fucking point of fucking Facebook and Instagram. Why did you post it? Like, that shit is so irritating. So it really be the simple fact of cutting out all that. But honestly, I don't care what my dude does, or it's not, if we're not dating and we have not made it exclusive and this is a situationship, I honestly don't give a fuck, because I'm on my own time too. I'm in my own shit too. So when marriage hits, you need to be fucking for real. Or before that even hits, I need to be, of course, I'm not just saying, oh, he need to just wake up one day with a ring and I ain't seen, like, change or whatever. But what I'm saying is, I'm not about to penalize you in this day and age. I'm not about to penalize you for living your life. You're not my nigga. And until you become my man, I ain't tripping about all that shit. And you need to mind your business too, because I'm a single woman too. Like I said, I'm single till I'm married. So I don't know. I've just become so whatever. You show me some shit that I don't like, you just not my dude. Some people be sitting here trying to convince people of how they should move about them. Oh, bitch, bye. And I wasn't always like that, but I'm just so sick of trying to tell people how this shit should fucking go, or how I need to be treated. You know what I'm saying? What's another thing I wanted to say? I need to make sure I still look good. I'm trying so hard, I'm trying so hard not to look at me in the camera, at me in the phone, but like actually get the camera. So what I have right here: God, love, marriage, forgiveness. And that be the thing. I think like a lot of the times social media be really having people fucked up. Ooh, that's one thing that I put on my board. I feel like women be allowing other women to they live through other women's experiences. Well, people do that anyway. Some people, let me get back glowy. Some people will hear an opinion about something and they just won't do it because it didn't work for somebody else. I'm not tripping about what didn't work for somebody else. If I know I operate differently and I know that if this hurts, pain is temporary for me. So if I know it's just gonna hurt a little bit, I'll endure it just a little bit more just to see what it's like on the other side. Sometimes with people, they'll feel ouch, and I know that's like a constant thing, but I feel like if you adapt yourself to a certain pain, not saying that you should, it'll hurt less. So it's just like, I'm about to see what that shit is about before I listen to what somebody else is about. If what somebody else says it's about. If somebody else only made it to A, I need to see what B is like. There's like, maybe I'm capable of making it through A in a better manner and, you know, thinking about it, you know, differently. That's why I don't play the whole dating game of, he was cheating on me, so he gonna cheat on her. That's actually not how that works. People actually do change. And that's why I don't get women when they always say, oh, men don't change. Girl, if men don't change, then you don't change, bitch. And that shit is so irritating because if men were just as emotional as women and they came on social media with that shit all the time, talking about women and the dating. But that's some of the stuff that I do see or whatever. But if most men did more, bro, we will see how crazy and delusional women are. Because, like, one thing I don't like is that coming to you as a woman bullshit. Don't ever come to me about no shit. Were y'all together? I just need to know. If y'all were together, damn, my bad. I am really sorry about that. I didn't know. But usually when my spidey senses are tingling, I'm usually 100%. And it don't matter if you tell me you didn't do that shit. If I felt like you did that shit and I feel that in my gut, you can tell me you didn't do it. I know you did that shit because I already felt it. So it don't matter what you say. I know when people are lying. But it's just like, when my spidey senses are tingling and I feel like there's another woman in the picture, man, I'm about to get the fuck up out of here. Like, I don't play that shit. Like, if you want to be here, be for real. But in a situationship, I really don't give a fuck. Like, just, people don't keep themselves safe. People get too deep in it. People are not emotionally intelligent. That's why women be spiraling. It's just like, situationships are okay if you can do that. But most people cannot do that because they be having issues and they honestly be thinking that situationships means they're exclusive. I seen this post the other day where this girl, she was up here boo-hooing talking about my 7-day situationship. Hold on, let me pull this shit up because it was just so stupid to me. My 7-day situationship ended last night because he wasn't ready for something long term. How many more excuses must I hear? But I think what got me was, she in a comment, somebody said it's a situationship for a reason. No commitments, just benefits for both. Can't change the rules, right? Then she gonna comment and be like, we were exclusive. I just called it a situationship because we didn't have a label. Well, what the fuck are we talking about? I'm sorry, but I don't know what people be talking about if they were like, oh, we're exclusive. If we didn't say that we're together and we're boyfriend, girlfriend, we are engaged, or I see a ring or something, We are not fucking exclusive. And I'm one of those. Like, I'm a realist. I'm not locking your ass down. I'm not claiming your motherfucking ass if you're not claiming me. That was just so dumb. We didn't have a label. So what are we talking about? Like, I just be so confused with some stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't operate in the same manner like anymore. Like, I just don't get that. I just on a situationship. I don't think people be actually breaking down the fact it's a situationship. The situation might be rocky. I don't know. I'm a realist. I do understand women be thinking with emotions first, but can we be logical right afterwards? And I'm telling you that I'm a crybaby first, but I need to use my brain right afterwards. That shit don't make no sense to me. You thought y'all were exclusive and you didn't have a label? Fuck out of here. Single till married. Stamp. Let me make sure I put that in the title. Single till married. Yeah, I don't be getting into them shenanigans. That's why I'm just like, I don't know. Sometimes, you know how girls be like, oh, if you don't get it now, if you don't have it together now, leave me alone for forever. But I don't know. Sometimes people are just not ready. And people just, like, life is just not ready for that person yet. You know what I'm saying? And you cannot push the circumstances anymore. And I don't know. I think, like, sometimes in life and love, people be like, oh, I'm not waiting for you. I want to make sure I don't lose this thought. Not waiting for you. I'm not waiting for you. But it's just like, for one, I think that you would have to wait for somebody else. I think that's what I believe. You would have to wait for somebody else. You would have to go through somebody else's journey with them. You would have to be included into somebody else's plot. So why not commit to this? Why not choose this person? You have options too. I'm assuming, right? You know what I'm saying? So the people are like, oh, if you don't have it together now, I just won't be here. And I do really understand, like, the wanting the control over somebody not having it together, right? But you know, I don't know. For me, I'm one of those people. It'd be hard for me to commit to something fully if I don't have all my components there. It's irritating to me if I cannot pour into something with all factors. I feel like sometimes women get caught up in, oh, you ain't ready for me. There's a possibility that maybe you're not ready for this too. Like, look at how you're moving. And it's just like, I don't know. I think that I can become one of those people who, if you're not ready for me, then stay the fuck out my face kind of people. If you're not in the space to actually make something work, and that's friendship wise, relationship wise, like any space, like, because sometimes people are just not there. But that's why I say that some women do not get the same men, because sometimes some women unlock a certain side to men because they have the patience. Love is patient. Sometimes women are willing to take the time to nurture to their partner if they want to. A lot of women love to be like, oh, I'm not finna be his mama. You don't have to operate like me. This is just how I operate. This is just how I think. But women are already wired to be mothers. I don't see anything wrong with, for one, showing your husband that you are able to be that. If that's the person that you want to be with, I don't see anything I don't see anything wrong with showing that. And for two, if we always talk about how men are lacking some type of something from their mothers, if you see he's lacking something, why not help the nigga out? Like, not to call him a nigga, I'm sorry. Why not help that man out? Just as a friend, a person, if you care about this person, like, I see you're lacking in this area. Have you tried to approach it like this? If you love someone, you would explore that possibility like that, not come at them like sideways and stuff like that. And I'm not one of those that's like always logical. You can ask my husband. I be sending him random little texts, being a little toxic. I still have that side in me. I was not always, this rational. You can ask my ex. I was not always this rational, but it's just trying to come out of that and trying to be like more understanding. Just when I say I do, I hope that I'm seeing that you have changed your ways so that I see who I'm supposed to be with. Cause when you get down on one knee, your timer starts then. I'm being so serious. Your timer starts for me. And I'm being so let me make sure I put that on there. For me. That's when your timer honestly starts. I'm honestly been seeing what you about since friendship phase and all that other stuff. But if you willing to get down on one knee, that is when the timer starts. So, but by that time, you need to figure out exactly the person who I need to see. And I'm not really one of those. Obviously, I'm not finna say I do if I didn't even have an interest. I don't even think a guy would get on his knee and say, hey, will you marry me, if we weren't obviously on the same page. So I don't want to hear no bullshit. But I don't know. I'm just looking at love differently because I'm just trying to control it a little less in every capacity, like even friendships and stuff. People want to be here. Cool. And like, I'm not saying that about anybody in my life right now. Like, everybody in my life right now, like, everything is really good. My girl Michaela, my girl Ashley, all my coworkers, like, everything is like really good for me right now. I'm not even gonna lie, but it's just like, I'm okay just existing by myself right now and just taking my time with life, letting people be who they are. I think sometimes we just forget to allow people to fuck up. They're allowed to learn. People are allowed to learn in adulthood that, damn, I need to start taking care of the people that are around me. People do not always know that. And I know people like to act like you should always know that and things like that. But if you think about how we were raised, like as our parents and things like that, really, if you think about that simple factor, just consider that simple fact. Maybe your partner just don't know what love is or has never even seen it. So when it's right in front of their face, maybe they're going to be like, nah, you're weird. Like, this is not for real. That's why you're going to have to take your time with people. That's why they say love is patient. Like, love is kind. That's another reason why they always say, like, love counteracts or fights. What is it? I don't know what the saying is. I can't even, like, I don't even know the gist of the saying to, like, even get it started. But it's basically, is that? Yeah, that is the, come on. That's why I need to find a gloss that don't do that to my lips. I literally don't even get embarrassed anymore in life. It's so funny. Now that my whole life is on TikTok about how I was homeless, girl, I don't get embarrassed about shit. Eat my ass. I don't care. Especially like now that I'm like living like for myself and all that other stuff. Girl, I don't be worried about none of that. But that's how you like pour it. Like when you really care for someone, and I know like a lot of times people be stuck in ego with love. You'll never truly find love if you always gonna be stuck in ego. That's why sometimes it just don't be working for people. A lot of people be afraid of looking stupid in love. I don't care. You can post whatever screenshots you want to. I don't care. I'll never feel bad about being a genuine person, because what you see as being goofy and naive and, oh, she green, somebody's gonna love. So I'll never trip about that shit. You can say whatever the fuck you want to. Like, you're the dumbass. I'll like never trip. I'm never losing as a good person. So that's why I be moving on. But when you really love people, you'll take that time to like just realize like, a lot of us really grew up on a fake ass love, and we grew up on hate. But the easiest way to like combat hate is to pour in more love. Not give people, not do the tit for tat. Don't do that. If you love somebody, go love them. Go give them a hug. Do you want a hug? That's all you gotta say. Do you want a hug? And it might not work all the time, and that's okay. But the reason why it is okay is because you did it out of love. And people who do stuff out of love, they never really lose. And I'm telling you that as someone who does stuff out of love. I've never really lost. I know that my life might look a little crazy, but I'm winning now. You know what they say, 2 L's, a W. Go ahead. Yay. you got to be optimistic, man. You got to roll with the punches. But I think we can conclude this video. I think this is a strong episode. I'm just learning to move with minds. I'm just learning to just do what I can control. I can't control anybody else. If I want to be there and pour more love into someone who just really don't deserve it, that's my business, and that's also my lesson. That's also something that I want to say. My next relationship, because I know my next relationship. If I had a 7-year relationship, I know my next relationship, that's my husband. I already know. But I won't be saying anything to anyone. I won't even be saying anything when I get married. I used to have those dreams of having my family and stuff at my wedding. I really want one of those like Vegas elopements. I don't know why. For one, I've always wanted to go to Vegas, but I just want to exist in my world with my partner. And I hope like the urge to like build like a great family and just love and start over is just as deep for my partner as it is for me. I don't want my partner to feel like they should be ashamed to love, especially like love me out loud, because I'm one of those people like I need to see it. And I know everybody loves differently, but it's just learning how to work with other people's love languages. But I don't know. I just hope my partner understands. And I'm not saying I hope my partner is broken, but I hope I don't have to explain my pain too much to my partner. Cause I want to build one of those Jackson 5 families, or those Wayans or something like that. That shit would be dope. Only because I know I have the capacity to do something like that. Strong-willed. But, and your girl is next in line for twins and triplets. Man, husband, come find me. Anyway, let me get up off this thing. But I think this was like a really good ramble. I probably only will have 3 cuts. Maybe 3 cuts. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't know. But please like, share, subscribe. If you agree, let me know. Let me know. If you disagree, please do let me know. But these are just my thoughts. I'm just pouring them out and spilling them out to you. But you know I do care. I do care about what y'all be talking about and thinking. But like, share, subscribe, and I love y'all so much. Bye.